You're at home right now. Your fridge is full of diet sodas, sugar-free chewing gum, that low-calorie coffee you drink every single day. You think you're doing the right thing. But a new 2025 study analyzing 64,000 people just discovered something terrifying. The artificial sweeteners you consume daily are literally attacking your heart. And it's not just one study, the entire international medical community is in panic mode. I'm a toxicologist, and today I'm going to show you exactly which are the 5 worst ones and how you can eliminate them from your life now before it says too late. Start with me here. Have you ever wondered why diet products even exist? The food industry said, look, people want sweetness, but they don't want calories. So let us put chemicals in there that trick your brain into thinking it as sugar, but without the calories. Sounds like a brilliant idea, right? Wrong. What they didn't tell you is that these chemicals do things far worse than sugar ever would. They attack your cardiovascular system directly. In November 2025, university researchers published a massive study. They looked at 64,949 people. These people consumed artificial sweeteners in cereals, coffee, and tea. Scientists tracked what happened to their hearts. What they discovered was terrifying. People who consumed more artificial sweeteners had 18% more chance of having cerebrovascular disease, strokes, heart attacks, sudden death, all connected. And a previous study published in the BMJ, one of the most respected medical journals in the world, confirmed it. Artificial sweeteners increase cardiovascular disease risk by 9% overall, but when you look specifically at strokes, it's 18%. Aspartame alone increases stroke risk by 17%. Let me be crystal clear. These aren't weak correlations. These are confirmed causal associations. 80,000 hours of research. 5 different analysis techniques. Everything pointing in the same direction. I'm going to show you the 5 worst ones right now. Sweetener number 1. Aspartame. The most dangerous, aspartame? It's in everything. If it says diet on the label, 90% of the time it's aspartame. Diet Coke, Sprite Zero, Diet Pepsi, chewing gum, light yogurt, iced coffee, even some energy drinks that look healthy. Aspartame is 200 times sweeter than sugar. A microscopic amount tricks your body. Here's the problem. Aspartame breaks down in your body into 3 components: aspartic acid, phenylalanine, and methanol. Methanol. It's the same chemical that can blind you if you drink antifreeze. The FDA says the amounts are safe, but safe for who? Safe in what context? Because what the FDA won't tell you is that independent studies link aspartame specifically to 17% more stroke risk. The study tracked people for 9 years. That's not statistical luck. That's a consistent pattern. And there's more. In 2023, the WHO classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. The World Health Organization. It's not propaganda. It's not an anti-industry agenda. It's the most trusted global health agency saying, this is dangerous. Italian researchers did studies with 2,000 rats. Rats that ate aspartame had significant increases in hematologic tumors and liver cancer. The industry says, rats aren't humans, but forgets that mammals process chemicals similarly. Sweetener number 2, asulfame K, asulfame potassium. The silent killer, you don't know its name but you're eating it. Asulfame K, it's in chewing gum, candy, some sodas. You could eat 2 kilograms of sugar-free gum in a day and be consuming tons of asulfame K without knowing it. The new 2025 study discovered that people who consume a lot of asulfame K have 40% more heart attack risk. 40%. Asulfame K binds to receptors in your heart that control blood vessels. When the chemical binds, it forces blood vessels to stay constricted. Blood doesn't flow well. Blood pressure rises. Your heart works harder. Eventually it fails. The worst part? Asulfame K is dirt cheap. Big corporations put it in everything because it costs pennies. One major candy manufacturer puts it in 80% of their products. You're being poisoned for profit. Sweetener number 3. Erythritol. The deceiver erythritol looks healthy. It comes naturally from fruit. You see erythritol on the label of keto-friendly stuff, and you think, okay, it's natural. It's good. Wrong. This is exactly the kind of deception the industry uses. A 2023 study found that erythritol accumulates in your bloodstream. People with high erythritol blood levels had much higher risk of heart attacks, blood clots, and strokes. And now in 2025, researchers from the University of Colorado discovered how erythritol damages the blood-brain barrier. Yes, you read that right. It weakens the only mechanism that protects your brain from toxic chemicals, causes oxidative stress, disrupts the chemical signals that keep your blood vessels open. 40% increase in clot formation. The problem? Erythritol is considered GRAS, generally recognized as safe, by the FDA. Why? Because nobody was really testing it. Now that they're testing, we're finding out it's a disaster. But the industry has known for months and still puts it in everything. Sweetener number 4. Sucralose, the heart attack maker. Sucralose, most common brand? Splenda. It's sold as natural. Made from sugar, so it tastes like sugar. Lie. Sucralose is sugar modified where chlorine atoms were added. Chlorine. You're basically eating a chlorinated version of sugar. The new 2025 study discovered sucralose increases heart attack risk by 31%. 31%. The direct association is especially strong in people over 45 years old. Sucralose binds to insulin receptors in your cells. It makes your body think you ate real sugar, but without any of the calories. Your pancreas gets confused. It releases insulin anyway. You become insulin resistant. Your metabolism breaks down. Your heart suffers. Sucralose is also linked to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. You drink diet soda, your liver gets fat, you die. It's that simple and that silent, and it's terrifying. Sweetener number 5. Sorbitol. The gut destroyer that affects your heart. Sorbitol is perhaps the most natural of all of them. It comes from fruit. Your body even produces sorbitol naturally. But here's the kicker. Your body produces microscopic amounts. The food industry puts grams of it in their protein bars. A new 2025 study discovered that sorbitol significantly increases risk of fatty liver disease and type 2 diabetes. Why? Because sorbitol isn't well absorbed in your intestines. It ferments, produces gas, destroys your microbiome. Your microbiome controls systemic inflammation. Without a healthy microbiome, your entire inflammatory cascade activates. Chronic inflammation is the root of heart disease. Plus, sorbitol can raise your blood sugar up to 52% compared to regular sugar. The FDA knows this but still considers it safe. Why? Because lobbying is stronger than science. Here's what nobody wants to say out loud. The food industry knows. The regulators know. But nobody wants to stop selling it because it's a $25 billion global business. You're just collateral damage. If you consume diet sodas daily, you increase your stroke risk by practically 20%. If you chew 5-hour energy sugar-free gum every week, you're accumulating asulfame-K. If you drink coffee with Splenda every day, you're increasing your heart attack risk. It's mathematics. It's biology. It's fact. So what do? Well, the obvious answer is, stop all this. But I know it's hard. Habit is real. So here's my advice as a toxicologist. If you must drink something sweet, here are the only options that are minimally safe. Stevia. Monk fruit. Yes, these cost more. Yes, the industry doesn't want you to know they exist, but your heart is worth it, right? Compared to dying of a heart attack at 55 years old. Second, read everything you eat. A lot of people buy stuff and don't even look at the label. You think you're eating healthy, but you're loading up on chemicals. Read the ingredients section, not the lies on the front of the package. Third, reduce gradually. Your taste buds are addicted to artificial sweetness. Your body needs to reset. It takes weeks, but eventually you'll prefer water. Sounds insane now? Wait, the truth is we're at a turning point. The international scientific community is finally united. Artificial sweeteners are dangerous. But the industry has billions of dollars and is using everything to block regulation. In Europe, they're considering banning many of these. In America, the FDA still considers them GRAS. You can wait for the government to protect you, or you can protect yourself now. My advice: if there's something you can't even pronounce the name of, if it's a chemical synthesized in a lab, if the industry had to spend billions marketing to convince you it's safe, it probably isn't. Your heart thanks you when you eliminate these poisons. Your veins unclog, your inflammation drops. Your metabolism recovers. You live longer. So don't buy diet, don't buy zero sugar. Eat less sugar overall. But when you do drink something sweet, choose natural options even if they cost more. Because the cost of not doing this is literally your life.